31st,
Sorry.
groundbreaking
Sorry.
project. And at the time, I was thrilled that the city, through the Vancouver Affordable Housing Agency and amazing community partners like Catalyst, could come together to create a project where 30% of the homes would rent at deep levels of affordability, making one-bedroom apartments available at less than $1,300 a month. Pretty significant. Now that was a great announcement, but today, thanks to our partnership with the federal government, we're back here to announce an even deeper level of affordability, moving from 30% of the units geared to low-income income earners to more than 80% of these units. That's 120 of these 145 units will be available for workers, and that is so important. Now think about that for a moment. With these partnerships now, we're able to deliver this deep level of affordability that is so essential. So right across the street is one of my favorite breweries. Brassneck Breweries is there, and I do like Cartem's Donuts too, but politicians talking about donuts doesn't usually work very well, so I'll talk about the brewery. This partnership between the City of Vancouver and the Government of Canada means that a server or a warehouse worker can move into this building as early as spring of 2021. Now that's the kind of housing we need in the city. We need housing for the workforce. We do all kinds of rental housing, but this is essential here. The truth is that today people are struggling to stay in this city, and that's why we're building these kind of partnerships to deliver the housing we need, so Vancouver becomes a city that works for everyone.
For free.
A city that works for servers and cooks, for artists, for musicians, for seniors and newcomers, for aid workers, and for night cleaners. We need to make sure our city works for families, and that's why I'm so happy that more than half of these 145 new homes will be family-sized units, including 43 two-bedroom apartments and 30 three-bedroom apartments. So through VAHA, the Vancouver Affordable Housing Agency, the city is taking action to create more housing options for lower-income residents. We've taken several innovative steps to address our housing crisis. In total, VAHA has 2,500 units of permanent and temporary affordable housing in development or already completed, but we know we have a lot more work to do, and the only way we can do this is securing new partnerships just like this one. A partnership that's delivering 120 new homes for people making minimum and living wage. And again, these are people who work in our hotels, our grocery stores, hair salons, and gas stations. We need these workers in Vancouver, and partnerships are the only way we will make sure they will stay. So, in this way, working together, we can build a city that works for everyone. So again, I want to thank the Minister, I want to thank Catalyst for what you're doing, and I'm totally chuffed to be here in early August, knowing that we have a lot more of this coming, but this is a great start. So thank you.
So thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to close with some discussion around the economics of some of these projects. We're closely involved in that, and that's what our partners really bring to the table. I can give you concrete examples on this project. In the private market, this project would be built for $75 million. The city has contributed through VAHA a 6-year land lease that brings the project in at a nominal value for that term, and it reduced the cost of the project by about $16 million. As a non-profit operator, Catalyst has removed the profit from that project, which in this case is about $10 million. So there's savings of about $25 million just out of the gate on the capital cost. And then by bringing CMHC into the picture, what they can offer is long-term, stable, low-cost, insured financing for this project. That brings down the capital cost, the upfront cost of the project fairly significantly, but the big impact is over the long term. For the term that they're on here, on this project, compared to the other financing that's available in the market right now, CMHC has brought down the operating costs per unit of this building by $500 per unit per month. So it's a very significant contribution they're making through their loan programs, and we're very happy to have them on board, and hopefully we can do a lot more projects like this. I think it's a very good example of how different levels of government can work closely with the nonprofit sector to deliver housing like this in challenging markets. So I'd like to close with that, and I believe there's a short question period. I'll go 5 minutes if there's any questions from me.
I have one question. I wonder if there's going to be small business on the bottom level.
There is commercial on the bottom level. We're still working with who is going to come be in the building.
What about?
We're working with other nonprofit groups to bring them in, and local community groups, and providing that space for them.
What about recreational area for the children? And how about green spaces on top of the buildings? How about that one?
Yeah, this project here, half the land you see behind us is being devoted as park space, which will be right outside the building, which will be available for use for the public and all the residents.
What about on top?
And any other questions?
Any other questions?
They're running out of green spaces.
How long will it take to pay these things?
Yeah, there's the longest. It is one of the advantages of this program is to offer a longer amortization, which is the length of time it takes to pay down a loan. The amortizations on these loans can go up to 50 years, but there has been some flexibility on that if you determine you want a slightly shorter one. The long-term amortization generates cash flow, and cash flow in our case allows us to reduce the rents in the building. So we see with a 60-year land lease, if there's an amortization of anywhere from 40 to 50 years, that loan will be fully repaid for at least 10 to 15 years before this site is turned back to the city.
I have one more other question. What about small business owners?
This question over here.
If you have any questions, you can put them in an email.
So how could the workers apply for the units here?
Yeah, before completion, about 6 months out from completion, we'll have a website up on our website. It's Catalyst Community Development Society.